After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 586. Today is Tuesday, January 16th. It's Wednesday, January 17th, 2024, as we are recording. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
Also known as Franciscan Gypsy. Gush.
What? Oh. Want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you're new, we're glad that you found us. She never remembers anything. If you are returning, we're glad to have you back.
I remembered to grab napkins.
I gave you napkins.
Are you sure you didn't steal mine?
No, I did not, in fact. If you are new, we're glad you found us. We hope you find something that you like and that you will return. If you are returning, we're always glad to have you back with us. If you are new or returning and you're in the shadows and you'd like to become more involved, or you'd like to become more official, just tap the little red button on your right. It says subscribe, and tap the little bell so you can get notifications. You can get all notifications, some notifications, or no notifications. The little bell will give you the drop-down menu for that. And if you want to be able to take part in the alongs and camaraderie and all that kind of stuff, that happens at our home group, which is in the description box below the video. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble speaking. My mouth guard is giving me a little difficulty at the moment.
Oh, the cookie probably pulled it loose.
Yeah, I'm going to be taking it out in a little bit, but not on camera. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, about the place that you go to become more involved is our home group, and that's phnpodcast.freeforums.net, and that's in the description box below the video. If you'd like to get involved there, we'd love to have you.
And Allison said that she's back on there again.
I saw that. She was asking how to post, and I think Rena answered for her, because I wasn't quite sure how to answer that, so I figured Rena will do it. She knows how to do it. I figure if I don't want to do it, Rena will do it. Thank you, Rena. Allison, welcome back.
Welcome, Allison.
I wonder if she's back in the States.
I don't know.
Okay. Allison, when you see this, if you see this, let us know if you're back in the States. Okay. Now, moving on. I say I have 4 projects, but I really don't. I have no projects. You're going to see virtually no progress on any of my projects. And one project that I picked up yesterday, there are a lot of reasons for this. We've had sickness here in the house for the last week, so
well, here's the choice. I basically have this, and that's it, other than journaling. So do we want to just show the one that you feel for sure that you definitely worked on, or show the one you definitely worked on, plus one other that you worked on in the podcast, and then I just show this in my journal?
That might be a good idea, because we have so much sickness in the house right now. My husband's pretty sick. He has some kind of a bug, flu or something, and he's just not feeling well. So,
and I've been living with headaches basically since Sunday.
And I've been I'm okay now, but I had my own little bout with Monday nights and Tuesday morning. So we're gonna Davina's almost over it, so we're happy about that. But we're gonna just kind of keep it quick, because if my husband wants to come down and watch TV, he's sleeping right now, but if he wants to come down and watch TV, we don't want to be podcasting so he can't watch TV.
Right.
So why don't we go ahead and do that? I'm having in my Adagio double-walled mug the chocolate chai puer, which is an Adagio blend, and it's very good. I enjoy it immensely. I needed the caffeine, so here I am.
And for me, I actually didn't have tea yesterday. I was too tired to...
Did you not have it?
I didn't have tea. So in here is, this is my I'd Rather Be Knitting mug. I have in here Berserker, which is a tea that I blended. I didn't physically blend it, but
Well, you put the ingredients in. What Adagio allows you to do is you put the main ingredients in, and they add a little bit here and there. And that's one of her blends that she'd made for me for Christmas a couple of years back.
Yeah, it's a whole set based on her characters. But this is Berserker. And yeah, I just felt something with caffeine and that tasted like a nice black tea.
Yeah. I didn't want to pull out one of mine because most of my blends are not as caffeinated as I want them to be. I gave Talia my Berserker, not because I don't like it, but because I don't like it enough and I need the...
I actually think I might need to pick more up. I have to check and see. I think I'm getting at that point. So then I might be able to pick up my Christmas, my birthday teas.
Now see, I like it right now. It depends on my mood.
You tend to like it when I make tea.
Well, it depends.
Of course, I make it sweeter.
It depends on my mood. A lot of times, I like all of Talia's teas, but this one, it's one of those, like, Talia will say, okay, Mom, you keep that one and I'll take it when I want it. And I'll say, okay, you keep this one and I'll take it when I'm in the mood for it. It's not enough that we want to dedicate a tin to it or something.
Yeah.
Because we have limited space. So that is one of those for me. I'll take it once in a while. I have a couple like that for her where she'll take it once in a while. I think I have Fresh for that and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, you definitely have Fresh for that. I'm more likely to drink the one with vanilla in it. It has all the same ingredients. Spearmint.
Is that my
Not one that you did. It's one the lady sent us for.
Oh right, yeah.
Snow
I'll be showing it.
Yeah, I forgot. Oh, I used to show ours last time.
No, but I got a new one.
Yeah, but I mean, the one that we had that was sent to us first.
Right. What happened was, you'll see it in the stash enhancements, is she sent it to both of us because our birthdays are so close, and she said, well, rather than send two of them, I'll just send them one big one.
Which made sense.
Which made absolute perfect sense because on both of our wish lists, which she noticed. She was very smart about that. And so we liked it so much, I said, Talia, I'm going to give you that one. I'm going to order one for myself.
And I actually, because it adds that little bit of vanilla that, sometimes I just don't want that straight. A lot of times I don't just want that same straight peppermint.
I gave Daddy some of this Fresh today.
Well, I knew that he had to be not feeling well if he took tea.
Yeah. Well, I think he just wanted to get warm.
Well, yeah, I'm sure.
Because he didn't finish it. Okay, so that's our tea. I got... all the prizes are packaged. I have not been able to get out of my house.
Yeah.
So it's not... They're sitting by the door waiting to go out. I do have one person that I have not yet heard from.
Because we have snow right now.
And it's not... The roads are clear right now, but I can't get out.
Yeah, the first couple days they weren't clear. And now today it's clear, but...
We're going to get snow again tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to get snow again tomorrow and Friday.
So I'm pretty much stuck here. And so...
Because Mom doesn't do well in snow for driving anyway.
I can do snow better than ice, and we get ice. And we're on a hill. So I don't... Okay. So anyway, my excuses, and that's where I'm standing with that. But I've heard from everybody. I've heard from Ludi Hiker. I heard from Jodidiah, and I heard from... I can't remember if it's Sensiday or I Know Who You Are. I heard from one of them, but I haven't heard from the other one. So whichever one I didn't hear from, that's the only one that's not packaged yet because I don't have an address to put on it. The other three are sitting at the door waiting to go out. When the roads clear up, my husband feels better. He moves his truck, and
well, then you'll be able to take my return to. I had my water bottle that I was drinking from last week fell off my table right after we podcast, broke
onto the carpet.
Yeah, it fell from the TV table to the carpet, so it must have hit at just like a weird angle.
You can see. Okay, you see us sitting on a couch. Normal. My hand right here is on the table.
They can't see your hand.
Well, they can see that my arm is.
Yeah.
Okay. This is where it fell from, onto a carpeted floor, and it broke. So Ty got her money back for that and got a new one.
Well, I won't get the money back until they see that it's shipped.
I thought they already gave it to you. Oh, okay.
Not until it's shipped, because otherwise anyone could say that, you know.
True. Okay, so that, let me go on now. We do have alongs going along. Please, if you have not, whoever it was, if you haven't had the chance to let me know that you've won, please do so I can send it out to you. You've got another 3 weeks. I think it's 3 weeks, the end of this month, to maybe an extra week. 'Cause I think we didn't do the prize pull until the second week. So it'll be the first week of February. I need to hear from you so you can get your prize. I don't want you to miss your prize. Okay. Now, the alongs that we're currently going through, the Anything Goes make along, that's exactly what it says. Anything goes as long as it uses knitting, crocheting, loom knitting, I think we said weaving, paper crafts, that kind of thing. If you have questions, post it in the threads, tag me tag Rena, and Rena will tag me. Rena is a very, very good go-between for us. She's one of our moderators, and she's fantastic, and we appreciate her more than we could say.
Yeah.
Okay. So just if you have questions, it's in the threads, but also you can ask. Okay. And this is all year. The prizes will be pulled quarterly. The featured yarns and featured patterns are basically what they always are. Anything by Franciscan Gypsy Designs, anything by Lady Fernico Creations, and anything by Lollipop Girl Creations, Designs, I forget what it is, Yarns, whatever it is, Laura Concerts, anything by her that fits the parameters. When we get to a point where we're really sure of the paper crafts that we like, we might add a couple of paper craft things to there, like Soto Studios or something like that. If you're using that, the ways to get multiple prizes are in the threads. I'm not going to go through it in the interest of time. I'll do that next week. But the hashtag is hashtag PHN Anything Goes on Instagram. The Ready Set Go make along is going along very well. A couple people frogged things and started things with new yarn. I always like seeing that. It's fun. I haven't been very active in actually commenting, but I have been pressing that little like button. I like seeing what you guys are doing. That's awesome. This runs from January 1st through March 31st, and this is nothing can be made prior to January 1st. You have to start it January 1st or later, because this is the start all the things, ready, set, go. This is the last quarter in 2023. That was when we finished all the things. Now we're starting all the things, and we have, for the month of January only, you guys can frog things and get credit for that. You just have to make sure that you show the object before you frogged it, and then next to it the object after you frogged it. Okay, so we know that you frogged it, and then later on, if you decide to make something with that yarn, you show the yarn before you use it and then the project that you made, and that way you can get 2 chances of the prize, because you did the one where you frogged it and the one where you started it. So if that's clear as mud, it's in the thread. Okay. And that's only for the month of January, so you only have, what's this, the 17th? You only have about 2 weeks to continue with that. So make use of it, make the most of it. Okay. And this is, like I said, this is just starting all things. This quarter, you guys have a pretty good open field. You can do almost whatever you want, as long as it fits the parameters of the alongs. And it's not like we have, a story theme or a movie theme or toy. No, this is just like whatever you want, as long as you're starting things. Right. So the same general rules do apply. The same featured yarns and patterns apply. It's all there. It's hashtag PHN Ready Set Go 2024 on Instagram if you want to do that. I think Taya has a Instagram account for that, right?
Yeah, what happens is, if you, another way to make it show up for us to see it is if you do at pen, our Instagram is in the description, and if you do at, like, you're tagging us, it's more likely I'll see your stuff as well.
Right. Okay. Because she's more active there. I'm more active on YouTube and or PHN.
Yeah, because I'm always on Instagram for my BookTube one. So a lot of times if I see that there's a notification on PHN, I pop over there to check what's going on over there. So if you guys tag me for your pictures, I will see your pictures on Instagram.
Okay. All right. So I did say it was PHN Ready Set Go. So let me see. Oops. All right. All right. So we're going to, in the interest of keeping this relatively short, because I do apologize for the fact that it's short, but like I said, we just want to be available for my husband. Davina's just getting over what she was sick with, and we want to kind of just, be available should they need us. Okay. So we're going to just go with the one project that you haven't seen this in a while. This is my Kikiboo Owls bag.
Because you were going to show that, and then you had when you started, right?
No, I didn't start anything. I just worked on something.
Oh, okay.
And I'll pick one of the ones I worked on.
As well. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So this is the Kikiboo Owls bag, and I had this already on the loom. I'm like, let me do some of this. I mean, this is ridiculous. It's been on my loom for like, I don't know how long. I just haven't been working on it. So I did about 2 or 3 rounds on this, and it's probably just about ready. It's one of those preemie hats.
I bet loom knitting was something that was that they've had forever.
Possibly.
I'll have to
Along
see.
with weaving, you know?
Well, because I should have brought it, guys. Next, historically crafting I put up on BookTube. I have a book that I'm reading right now called Women's Work: The First. I think it's 20,000 years because it's going in BC as well. So anyway, whatever thousand.
It can't be 20,000. Because 2000, it's 2400 from Jesus to us.
Well, it's going to be
And then backward from that, I don't know how far
because
back
it's
it goes.
going back to Neolithic.
Oh, yeah, I understand, but I don't know if it's 20,000.
I think that's what the cover says.
Okay.
But anyway,
I don't know.
it goes into weaving and all that kind of things. And I'll have to see if when I get into it, if it at any point touches this, because it talked about the fact that you aren't going to see the spinning wheel until medieval times. They did drop spinning, and there's actually pictures of ancient Greek women
Oh, how fun.
spinning by using drop spinning.
I've done an ancient method of spinning.
You have. You have.
This is that yarn that we like so much by Lion Brand.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Heritage.
Heritage or something. I forget what it's called. It's
I
got
think it's
beautiful depth and kind of, I don't know what to call that.
I
It's
want to
just-
say I'm using a different shade, but the same.
I think this is ocean or scenic or something like that. I don't know if I have.
Because I'm using something like that for your platypuses overalls.
I can't find. Oh, here it is. Heartland.
I've been really wanting to work on it, but I haven't had the brain power to.
This is Heartland, and it's in. I hope this is the right one. Glacier.
Yeah, that's it.
So this is Heartland Glacier, and I love the colors of the acrylic. This particular acrylic.
And it feels nice, too.
It does. It doesn't feel.
And it has
overmuch
that
acrylic.
heathery look, which I really like. There's certain Knit Picks yarns have that heathery look, and I just really love it.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of acrylic anymore, but this is one I like to work with. It's good to have those in case we can't get to a point where we just can't do the.
Right. Although, if you want to do non-acrylic, Knit Picks is great.
Yes, it is.
I mean, something like a sweater is always going to be expensive.
It's going to be expensive with acrylic
Exactly. It's just the nature of making a sweater.
or a blanket.
Or a blanket. Now, a blanket, it feels like because you can do something patchwork like these, it feels like you can just.
I've seen patchwork sweaters. They look kind of cool.
I think they're weird.
I think they're kind of cool, depending on how they do it. And they have. To
I
have-
just think of Kay's one that she tried to do for
Oh, but that was different. That was like
Stephen West.
that- there's Stephen West is an amazing designer. Let me say that up front. But his stuff to me is just very odd. Okay, I would never. He's fun, but he's very odd, and that's just my own personal opinion.
It definitely works for people.
Oh, yeah.
Certain people's aesthetic.
This is just an opinion. I just said his aesthetic is odd to me.
Yeah.
But he's very talented. He does all kinds
very
of.
geometric.
He's very interesting in the way he puts things together, but he's just a little odd for my taste. But he's very talented, quite talented.
Now, to be fair, I think sometimes it seems even more dramatic because he is
He
very
makes it, yes.
he's very flamboyant, both in the way that he chooses to dress and in, I think he just everything.
He's very flamboyant, very dramatic, and
I bet he was a theater kid.
oh, he looks like he is. There's no. You're not going to miss him if you see him.
Yeah.
He's just very full of
Because
life and full
I've
of.
seen people make a couple of his things in more muted colors, and they don't seem quite as wild.
He's just very gregarious. He's very.
Well, gregarious implies that we've actually
well.
that's
yeah,
talkative.
well,
flamboyant.
friendly is what I'm trying. He just seems, based on what I've seen,
Yeah.
he's very flamboyant. He's very dramatic
Theater kid.
and very much. I think there's just some people who have that personality, just very exuberant. That's the word I was looking for, exuberant. It's just he's definitely one of a kind, I think, and that's not a bad thing. That's an excellent thing.
But yeah, I have seen a couple people knit a couple of his things in less flamboyant colors, and they do come off differently.
And I do believe I have a couple of his patterns that
Isn't this Brass and Steam?
I think I have his brass. I think his is Brass and Steam. I have that, and some of his more sedate patterns I do have because he's such a talented designer. I just can't quite get behind the more flamboyant stuff.
I mean, I like the contrast because I do like things with contrast, but I think also it depends on what colors you choose for contrast. That makes it.
Well, he's very innovative in the way he uses color and the way he uses shape and stuff like that, which is. Yeah, I think I would love to sit down and talk with him and see how his brain works.
Well,
how
I
he
know
puts
Kay
things
said
together.
that was a very interesting knit because she never really got bored. I don't think.
Oh, I
now,
don't
at
think
some
you
points,
would.
I think it drove her crazy, but
Well, yeah, she doesn't strike me as the over flamboyant kind of.
I was
person.
shocked that she chose to knit it.
I remember because we were watching. I'm like,
I couldn't believe she chose to knit it.
I can't-
And she also went with colors that were like not colors I would have expected her to go with. I think she was just in a wild mood one day and was just
maybe
like,
Dan wanted it.
no, she ended up giving it to her mother-in-law. She knit it herself, decided that she didn't want it after she finished it, and then gave it to either her mother or mother-in-law.
Somebody who liked it.
And the person absolutely loved it. So.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think he's very talented, but not just. I'd be kind of afraid the pattern would eat me. So
Davina would probably enjoy his sister.
Davina probably would.
So, in my... I'm not lifting up the bag because I have a ton of yarn in it.
You want me to lift it?
No. It's more that I don't want yarn to spill out.
Okay.
So, in my Happy Sheep, Keep Calm Knitting, bunch of knitting sayings bag, it's a Silver Shed USA. Normally I lift it, but it's filled to the brim with different colored yarns because I try to get enough to be able to finish this courthouse steps. You'd think I'd be farther along. I just have not been having the brain power to knit between light sensitivity and for whatever reason just I haven't been able to focus on it. So
Focus has been an issue in this house.
but I did get a little bit done. I'm not sure how much of it was just today because I don't really remember how much I knit after the podcast last time.
I didn't do anything after the podcast except what I just showed.
So I have added the purple. I might have added no, I showed the purple last time too. So yeah, I don't know how much I did since last time. But yeah, this is the first purple. Then I'll have this across the way and that's it. I have to find which is the here's my other purple. So then this lavender will...
And it is purple, it's not gray.
No, it's not great. It probably shows up correct on the other screen. But yes, this has gotten very little work, but at least some. A lot of times I'll be planning to work on it and just ends up on my lap. What's happened is because I've been falling asleep at a drop of a hat lately, and it's easier to read and fall asleep and pick up where you left off, even though I sometimes find myself like dreaming stuff into my book that wasn't there. Which is really weird when you read a history book and you've just like made up this whole thing and you're like, wait, did I actually read that? Or no, I didn't. I'm still in the same paragraph, darn it. Whereas with knitting, you know, I'm not going to drop a stitch when I'm reading a book.
Yep.
So.
Now, I was going to start something. Talia wants me to do a shawl for her. Similar, it's going to be a design in progress. And I was going to start it, but I couldn't find the hook I wanted. And then after that, I wasn't feeling well, and I really didn't want to make something and have my germs be on. I mean, sure, the germs were gone away, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to.
I ripped back, something I've been talking about ripping back for a while. It's my sweater. It's not a style that's particularly flattering for me.
And I tried it, and
And I just decided I'd rather reclaim the yarn because it's Miss Babs Yowza in the Squash Blossom, and I'd rather have that in a shawl because I do have a yellow outfit now, and I found one that yellow skirt with the sparkles. It was hidden,
okay, I thought you. Yeah.
so I now have the two yellow skirts. So, so yeah, I don't have a yellow shawl, and I also really like yellow shawls. I am a big fan of wearing black with a pop of color. I tend to do it a lot with red. I love doing it with yellow.
That's what I used to do when I was first married with Daddy. You'd see me with, I had the only yellow thing I owned. I had the skirt and the top, but then I would wear that top with dark blue jeans or black. Or remember when I had the black dress and I had the yellow top?
Yes. You see, my favorite thing to do is if I'm not wearing, I tend to be very monochromatic and then have that pop. And I particularly love black with the pop.
I like doing that as well, black with the pop. And that gold sweater you gave me, I'll wear my whole black thing and I'll wear that gold sweater. Or I'll wear the red one. You know? And it's like, that's Talia's. That's Talia's color. No, it's not. I mean, we can wear the same colors.
You broke her brain by wearing the colors that are supposed to be mine.
Yeah. Mom, you're greens and blues. But it's just...
The funny thing is, she doesn't tell me that something is yours.
She hasn't in a long time. Because we've been wearing so much of each other's colors that, it's just like each other's color. We have the same color palette.
Yeah, we do.
So it's just that we don't always choose the same kind of colors.
Well, also when I had different styles that I was wearing, I could get more of my preferred colors, the reds and the yellows and the oranges.
But if you look at my stuff when I was growing up, like in high school and college, I did wear a lot of the reds. Not so much the oranges. I might wear the burnt oranges. And I did wear some yellow, but the reds I did wear a lot of. All kinds of reds. And then, of course, the blues and the greens. Purple's not one
I
of
like brown.
I do like brown. But it has to be a rich brown. I wore when I buy
a chocolate brown.
When my hair was more red, when it was red, then I would wear the tan.
No, I like a nice chocolate brown, and I'll wear yellow with that too.
I don't like it as much as with the black.
Oh no, with black I love it because it's that pop. But
but my other one, like I said, everything else I worked on, I only worked on the podcast. So I'm just going to show you this one, and this is Talia's other shawl that I'm making. It's called the Cherry Bomb.
Yes, Talia can make her own shawls, but
apparently not crocheted. Scrap shawl pattern.
For some reason, I tried making that shawl once, and I wasn't enjoying it.
And you can see that it's really hard to see where I changed the color. It's very close, but you can see.
Yeah, you can see it.
It's not pooling, so you can see. And I just haven't.
It's very slight difference.
And once I do this, I have other colors lined up. I just haven't. I don't know if I'm just not into it or I'm just tired. I've been tired a lot, and
fatigue will affect your desire to work on things.
I don't always sleep well, so I get up and I'm tired, and I've fallen asleep. I've been falling asleep in the Adoration Chapel, and so in the middle of reading something. So it's just I'm going to try to get more things to show you, and I've been wanting to do my journaling, and I sent off a bunch of cards. I don't know if you'll be able to see them.
I could probably angle them so you can see them.
I made thank you notes from some friends of mine who gave me Christmas gifts. I probably should have printed them off, but I didn't think about it. All right, let me see here. Okay, this one was to my parents.
Now the brown back. Hold on. Let me.
I hit the button.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me, because I can probably see a little bit better for angling. So the brown background is her actual card. So it's not like she's on a table or something. So there's that.
Okay.
Is it this way?
I don't know. Let me see. No, let me see. Oh. That's this way. Okay. This one is for my friends Mike and Lee. We had dinner with them, and so they like Winnie the Pooh. And her nickname is Piglet, and his nickname was Pooh, because when they met, she was working, doing Piglet stuff. This is another version of it, so I won't do that. This is the envelope and the inside. It's hard to see with the glare.
As best as we can.
Okay. And that's a little bit closer, maybe you can see that one. That's the inside. And this is ephemera. It's not my artwork. My husband was quite disappointed that I didn't do the artwork. I said, I don't have that talent.
Or the desire.
This is for a friend of mine who, she's the one who gave me the neck warmer.
That's showing it very well.
Yeah. She gave me a neck warmer, so I made that one for her. And this one was for my friend Sharon. She gave me that a very, very sweet, I think it was a Christmas birthday gift, actually. So I made her that. I wish you could see better, but it's such a glare. And I think that's all of them. Yeah, that's all of them.
Okay, so
I think that leads us, to Stash and Hands?
I have my journal.
Oh, your journal. I forgot you had journal.
Yeah, so this is... I didn't work a lot on this. I did get some done. I already showed the Star Wars one last week, because I think I had finished it. But I just started this one. Basically, the little bit I've done most of the week has been cutting out little animals.
They're so cute.
They're down here on the bottom, printable ephemera. So the little animals. They're just a bunch of reading animals. I have different sizes, but this is the 1-inch cutouts that I did. I have more of different animals. I put the.
It's a golden cocker.
I think it's a golden retriever.
Is it?
It's a golden retriever puppy.
Puppy, yeah. Baby hedgehog.
Yes.
There's no owls.
He's right here with the
there.
glasses. I have a golden retriever glasses in the center here, and an owl glasses in the center here.
He's so cute.
So we have a pig, and I'll flip it around
Sheep.
again. A pig, a lamb, piglet, I guess. A piglet, a lamb, an owl. He doesn't look like an owlet. He's an actual owl. A kitten,
a panda.
Then we have a raccoon. We have that's a baby fox.
Fox, yeah.
A kit. Then we have a baby Cocker Spaniel
Puppy.
We have that does look like a younger bunny.
Maybe an adolescent.
Yeah.
And a hedgehog. That's
And a
so
hedgehog.
Cute.
So, and I have many others that are pre-cut out and more that I want to cut out. Even if they just stay in the little Ziploc for when I need them again. It all depends on how much room it takes me to write the review.
Right.
This is a version of the cover that I drew. Their version of the cover had white letters. It's really hard to do white letters.
You have to erase almost.
And it's very hard when you have a small space. So I ended up doing the black. It doesn't show up the best against it, but it's the best that I could do based off of what I...
What if they have like a pen that pulls off color? So you can do, that kind of a thing.
Well, I know that you can erase.
Yeah, but I don't mean erase, because erasing is...
it does leave.
And it also is more awkward because you're not just writing, you're...
Yeah. I mean, what would be ideal is I know that you'll sometimes see people when they do calligraphy, they'll have almost like they're using paint or a white ink or something. But, so like if I was to get like an ink set and one of the colors were white, it probably would work fine. So it worked with the best that I could. But this is, other than the white for the words, this is exact. Or my version of that copy. I even tried to match like the eyes against where it was on the letters and etc. So I did the star rating. This is the printable ephemera. This is a stamp that I picked up, a vintage Charlotte Bronte stamp with Jane Eyre on it. And I had to write the review. But yeah, because I don't have a whole ton of ephemera for Jane Eyre or for Charlotte Bronte, because that's what the book was about. I was like, oh, I can just have all these little animals reading, and they could be reading Jane Eyre, because she had other things she wrote, but she's really best known for Jane Eyre. But yeah,
I liked the movie when I saw it.
Yeah, I did see one of the movies. I don't like Mr. Rochester.
Yeah.
Honestly, I like her sister's Anne's book better. She wrote Agnes Grey. I believe it's called Agnes Grey. And I like it. Doesn't feel nearly as gothic as Jane Eyre does, or as I think Tennant and Wilful Hall is the other one. And then of course the one with Heathcliff.
Wuthering Heights.
Wuthering Heights.
I was thinking, I had that in my head. I don't like Wuthering Heights. I've never read the book. I just don't like Heathcliff. I don't like her.
That was the only one.
Her name was Kathy? Her name was Kathy.
Kathy, yes. I just had to think of the song. It's me, Kathy. Yeah.
I just didn't like. I thought he was reprehensible, and what he did to the sister was horrible.
Apparently, that book made a huge stir when it came out. It got, to a certain extent, more attention. Now, Jane Eyre was the one that did the best of all of them.
I like Jane Eyre. I did like it. I have to read it and see if I really... Because I thought I liked Emma, too. But I really... It felt different. It reminded me more of Rebecca than it did.
Well, it's gothic. It would remind you.
I love Rebecca.
This is... Jane Eyre, I think, is traditional. Well, it wasn't written during the same time period, but it was definitely very inspired by the Gothic. It was a pullback to a different time. And same thing with Rebecca.
I have to see if I actually have the book, because I've only seen the movie.
You have it on Kindle.
Okay.
I was able to find it for a good price. Now, I don't know how good of a quality Kindle it is.
I got so frustrated. I had a Kindle book that I was reading. It was one of the Poirot. It was Pale Horse.
It was Pale Horse.
And I was reading it, and it had all these symbols, whatever, quotation marks or whatever. It made it impossible to read with any flow.
I had to find for Mom the one that I have, because I offered to let her read my book version, but it would be a lot harder on her machine. If I had a paperback, you might have been able to manage it.
I didn't want to get motion sick reading.
Yeah.
I tend to read when I'm walking on my machine, and I can get anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour and a half reading if I'm on the machine. But it's easier on a Kindle than with a book because you have to fiddle with the pages, and sometimes I get a little lightheaded, so I want to make sure I have my hands on the machine.
Right.
So, not often, just once in a while. All right, so let me see here. That takes care of that. Royalties.
Well, that's you.
Don't you have anything?
Well, things that I show are generally book related.
Okay. This one I got today. Talia gave it to me. It was supposed to be a birthday present, but she gave it to me anyway.
Well, I don't know if when I get things from thrift books through eBay or Amazon, if they take note of my name and they add it to points there. Because I had a free book available from thrift books. And so I got her book because, okay, all the places I get books from, they're evil and they're terrible. Abe Books is the only one who doesn't do this. But Amazon, thrift books, and eBay all will be like, I think you'd like this. And thrift books sent me something that I actually already had. So I went to take it off my list. And when I went to do that, it recommended this book. And when I put it in my cart, it said, your free book has come in.
This is...
It's based on how many books you buy.
Anybody who has been with us for a while knows I love Mother Angelica. It took me a while to warm up to her, but when I started having some unexplained, not issues, but just health weird things going on, I turned to her. Because and by turn to her, I mean I would watch her videos. She was still alive at that point, and I would watch her videos past and current, and I could always kind of feel better. For whatever reason, she did that for me, and I developed a bond with her, and so I love having her stuff. I find her, I don't know, her attitude reminds me of Saint Teresa of Avila, because she's very much kind of this. Well, if this is how you treat your friends, it's no wonder you have so few. I mean, she says, that was St. Teresa of Avila, by the way. But she says things like, what was she say? St. Peter, what did she say about St. Peter? Something about the fact that he didn't always think first. He didn't always think, he just did. And then, or he'd open his mouth and insert his foot. This is St. Peter, the first pope. and she talked about him. She loved St. Peter. But this is the book. Mother Angelica. Toward
the end of her life, she had a stroke.
And she couldn't talk.
Which for someone who for years, she had basically a talk show.
Yeah. She did the whole entire EWTN network. She started out in a garage with very little money, and she developed this huge Eternal World network that's all over the world. It started out, I think, on shortwave radio, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably.
And she was like 58 years old when she started this, and she didn't know anything about radio. And so, she's amazing. I absolutely love her, and I think that they need to start her process of canonization.
She came up at the same time like Fulton Sheen and. Right? Or Fulton Sheen a little bit earlier.
Later, yeah. He was a little bit. I mean,
because you had Father Alberione, Fulton Sheen, and then her.
And I'm not saying that they weren't contemporaries.
But they might have crossed over a little bit.
I think Fulton Sheen might have crossed over with her a little bit, just like Alberione probably crossed over a fair amount with Fulton Sheen. But they had the same spirit. They're all Paulines. They're all media. So no, Fulton Sheen is not really a Pauline, and neither was Mother Angelica, but they are.
She's a Carmelite, right?
I believe she was a Carmelite, yeah.
Or maybe she's Franciscan.
She might be Franciscan.
Because that looks like a Poor Clare.
Well, they wore a crucifix, and then they changed this out. I caught the show where they changed this out from the cross to the Eucharistic. If you look here, there's a monstrance hanging, and a monstrance is where it's hanging from her neck, the necklace. It's where we have the exposition of of Jesus in the Eucharist.
Yeah.
And so this is a representation of that, and they wear it. I forget what her order was. Somebody who watches EWTN will be able to tell us.
Well, you have other things to show. Let me take a look and see if I can find it.
Okay. Now, I'm going to show you the tea because...
Huh, Mom, let's see, Our Lady of the Angels... Okay, never mind, that's just the name of the monster.
Okay. I got a lot of tea, but in my own defense, some of this is birthday stuff. People sent me birthday stuff from Adagio. This is the one we told you about that we got together from that one lady who saw that was on both of our lists. And I said, Talia could have the one we had. And I have this one. And if she wants to have a cup out of mine to make us even, she can. And then this one is... Oh, somebody got me chocolate mocha tea for these little gray cells, and I opened it, and I didn't realize it.
Are you sure it's not the one you ordered?
No, I ordered a 3-ounce.
Oh.
So I have to... That's cool.
Mom, that is a 3-ounce. You just folded it over.
Is it a 3-ounce?
That's a 3-ounce. You just folded it over.
Oh, okay. I guess because it
was easier to sort. No, you just folded it over.
I keep almost 2 full ones in a large tin for this because I go through it so fast. Let's see here. These, here's the other one. So I don't know why I kept the other one. It's empty. Make sure it's completely empty. This one. Oops. All these were birthday gifts. This is the Make-A-Wish for your birthday. They used to send a tin. I think it's much smarter what they're doing now, where they're sending you single servings, because you get so many tins you don't know what to do with it, and it gets expensive for them. And somebody sent me Honeybush Banana Nut, which I use in my blending.
Mom, Contemplative Poor Claire. As soon as I saw the Eucharist, I knew it was Poor Claire.
Yep. Good. Ginger Snacks. This might end up in one of the prize packages, not because I don't like it, but because I can't eat it with my jaw.
Do you remember the little cat in Rescuers? And it was a little girl in the orphanage, and she had this big orange cat who was like the only person that loved her. And I think it was him that she gave him like ginger snaps.
Okay. But ginger snaps are cookies that she gave him, probably.
Yeah, I think it was that one.
Honeybush chocolate, Honeybush vanilla, and Arabica chai. Arabica chai is going away, so I'm glad they gave me this. I do have a 3-ounce of that. And these other ones, I use these for blending, so I can try some things out. Like I did a new blend. Okay, first of all, I bought this one, which was from a friend of mine made this, and I like it so much that I wanted a full container. She made it for her mother, and I absolutely love it. And then this one I made for myself. Well, I put together and they added. This is called Chocolate Pumpkin Banana Bread. And
I obviously hasn't had a chance to try it yet.
I did try it.
Oh.
I did try it. And the banana must be a very strong flavor, because I have like 20-20-60 or something like that, and all I taste is the banana.
Oh,
so I'm going to add 10 more to the chocolate and 10 more to the pumpkin, and just leave 10 of the banana. I mean, it's really good. I love it.
You just want to taste other things besides banana.
I love it, but I don't want to, and it smells.
Now you could be,
like banana.
You got a smaller one too, though. You could also be, you'll have to see if it's just, we forgot to put it on facts.
Yeah.
If it's just the fact that,
okay, just give me a second, guys. I don't know who that is, and I'm gonna turn it off.
Okay.
Because
it could just be because of the smaller tins, you can't shake it up as much to get.
Right. Well, it just tastes. The banana's very strong. It's very strong, and I put hardly any banana in it. Excuse me for just a second. We'll continue, but I don't want to. First of all, I don't want waking my husband up. If
yeah.
He didn't already, and I don't want to be interrupted again. Okay.
Yeah.
Ow, I'm a little sore. Okay. Now, the other stuff here. Talia gave me this.
The only thing I went. Oh, I didn't grab my. I don't have it with me, but I'll show the water bottle. But I didn't think to grab my thing that replaced this.
I just threw everything in the box.
Well, because I was actively using it because I needed my. I had rearranged all my journal stuff, and I was actively using it because The new one I think holds now my glue and my cutting stuff, and so I don't want to go and like I just forgot to grab it.
Right.
It feels like I've had it forever.
Right.
But this is my new bottle jug. I got a
Water
small
bug, huh?
Yes, my new water bug. I got a smaller one. I actually like the gradation because it makes me feel like I'm drinking faster. Also, feels like I'm drinking torch sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's all about the psychology of these little gray cells. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is what
it's not as heavy.
Yeah, she gave me this. Okay, it was hers, and it's a very nice corduroy kind of material. And what I'm using this for is when I have flare-ups for my psoriatic arthritis and things like that, or Taya thinks I have fibromyalgia as well. Mm-hmm. So when I have flare-ups, I put things in here. My skin gets very dry.
And that's the psoriatic arthritis.
So I have some chapstick in here. I can show you. I can open this part up here.
Because what happened was, that's where, this used to be my glue pouch, but my glue materials were exploding out of it. I didn't have enough space.
So you can see I have a spork in here. I have 2 lip balms. One is medicated, one is not. This one is all natural. I haven't tried it yet.
But it's a brand you already know you like for,
yes, for my hand cream.
Now your vanilla bean one is still coming in for your hand cream.
Mm-hmm. This is the...
I think the one I got you is vanilla bean for the...
vanilla, not vanilla bean.
No, vanilla...
Oh, vanilla bean, yeah.
I think this is... Yeah, this for your lips is vanilla bean.
Oh, good. I have to try that one. This is the unscented one because my husband doesn't like the vanilla. I like it, so I use it when he's not home or he's not going to be... so this is Dionysus,
yeah.
Goat milk skincare since 1982. Hand and body goat milk cream, 2-in-1 moisturizing treatment for dry, thirsty hands and body. So I get very dry sometimes with the psoriatic arthritis, so that's in here, and I'll put the other one in here as well. I'll put my meloxicam in here, one bottle and the thing that you put for each day. I don't take a lot of medicine, but it's nice to have it in here. I can just grab everything.
Yeah.
And so I'll add things as I see.
It's your emergency kit.
My emergency kit. There was something else I said I was going to put in here. I think I said it was a clippers or something.
It might have been. I can't remember.
But
because I didn't need that anymore, I was like, you have so many different... It'd be nice if you just had your lotion, your chapstick to go.
Mm-hmm. And right now it just stays in my shelf. When I get done, but put it in my shelf. But this is something that I say, okay, I'm going to my parents if we ever go there, and I can just toss this in the suitcase.
Even if you're going to a talk or something.
Or retreat, or a half-day retreat or whatever. So that's that. She also gave me, I don't think I showed this.
No, you didn't get a chance to show it last time because we got distracted.
Yeah. So she gave me, what's in here?
That one I didn't give to you.
Oh, this is, I showed this last week. This was the prize.
Oh, okay.
Last week. Taya gave me some glue pens.
No, you each have this. I don't care for these very much.
I don't either.
I won't get this brand again.
I don't care for these as much, but they do work.
Yeah, and I did end up using it on something, but it's not my preferred.
And then she got me the Leah to go with my Han. It's a bookmark.
Did you just call her Leah?
Yeah.
Oh, Lando's the only one who calls her Leah.
Yeah.
Han calls her Leah.
And so does Luke.
Yeah, Lando is literally the only one who calls her Leah.
I love this guy. If you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to want a glass of milk.
This person sells, they have children's book ones, but I couldn't find the only one they didn't have Corduroy Bear, because I looked for Corduroy Bear, and they didn't have Velveteen Rabbit. But they also have, I think they called it 90s Kids. It had, the Ring Pop and the Tamagotchi,
right.
And, I recognize just about everything on there.
So I've got one that says public library. It looks like a library card. One that says fantasy reader. And one that says, I'm not a regular teacher, I'm a cool teacher. I did teach homeschool. I homeschooled for 12 years.
This one I had ordered in November, and it took until January to arrive, because I had some things on there, too.
I think they had to make them.
Well, she said also she wasn't well. She wasn't feeling well. I think I got the impression she was
chronic illness.
sick. Yeah.
And when people have that, I'm willing to put up.
Exactly. I just wanted to know where it was.
this, what are these again, Taya?
Okay, those are glue pens.
Oh,
and it comes
yeah.
with the...
These are the better ones.
Yes, they are. Now, what I tend to do, what I used to do was I just used to glue all the way around it. No, now what I do is I kind of go around the edges,
Yes.
and I do X,
Yes.
and actually it's worked very well. I did that for all the little animals, and I did it for the stamp,
I learned that.
and it works very well.
I learned that prior to journaling, that it's just easier because you...
Well, you don't
especially-
get the overflow.
Right, and especially if you're using, like, I still have some liquid glue, and if you use that, it squirts all over the
Well,
place.
that's what happens with those. That's liquid glue.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's just liquid glue comes through it, and it dries quicker than your other liquid glue. But it's just a smaller point.
I'm going to put these all in one box so I don't have so many boxes because I have to send something out to a person. Well, actually, I might have to send something out to 2 different people, so I have these 2 boxes. So I'll have a box to send them in. I have these ribbons I don't know what to do with.
Yeah, because I'm not going to use them. Maybe you can take them off the thing and find a way to use them in journaling.
That might be an issue. See here. Okay, so that's this. And then I have one more that this came in today. And this is for my Lent. Lent starts, for those who do Lent, it starts on Valentine's Day, which is kind of
Because that's a day of fasting and abstinence.
kind of awful. You have to do Valentine's Day the day before or the day after, but probably the day before. So this is my Lenten devotional.
Do you require assistance?
I do not, in fact, but thank you. So this is it. It's called Rescued. It's put out by Blessed Is She. And I really like the way these are set up. This one's set up a little bit different, but it's got Alexio Divina, which is the word, and Visio Divina, which is pictures.
Mm.
They have like a certain way they do this. They have a flow that they go through. I haven't read this through, so I don't know exactly what they're doing. But like a narration, a Lectio Divina, story, questions for reflection, and then Visio Divina. That takes you pretty much through the week. So I really love, I've done several of their Bible study type things. And I really enjoy, they have, you know, beautiful pictures and artwork and stuff in it. And I just really enjoy it. I never thought I would like anything that was specifically geared toward women, but I found that whether it's my stage in life or just that sometimes you just need that, it's really nice to have this. So I'm looking forward to that. I do have another book coming in by Bishop Barron, and Ty's going to have it as well. And it's based on the Gospels of each day. So it won't take too much time to read that. It's just the Gospel reading, not the whole, you know, everything. And his little reflection on there. So I will read that as I can. This will be my main. I don't want to get overwhelmed. I have a really bad habit of wanting to do all the things and then getting frustrated because I don't do any of them. I usually end up dropping like 85% of them. So I'm
Well, and this year you won't have all the things on Hollow that you normally do.
The only problem is that I can't do either of these on Hollow. I have to be sitting at my desk.
You mean in the machine?
Yeah, on my machine.
Yeah.
So I've kind of switched my stuff from Hollow to Amen, which is another app. I don't want to get into the reasons why. If somebody wants to know why, they can contact me personally, and I'll tell you. It's a very good app. I just had a little bit of a difference of opinion with something that they decided to do, and they stuck to their guns. I told them why I was leaving when I canceled my subscription, and I know many other people did as well. And they stuck to their decision, and most people would think it was kind of a minor thing, but for me it wasn't. So I just
And for a lot of people, isn't it?
yeah, and they still do a good job with everything they're doing. I still love what they do, and it hurts that I can't go back to it, but I have to be true to what I am. And so I have to take the bad with the good, so to speak. I'm not going to do something that I think is contrary to what I believe and what I believe they should be doing as a Catholic app. So
But you also save money.
I save money. Amen is free, but that's not
No, but yes.
that's not why I did it. But
No.
and that is a good app. Amen is a good app. I'm still learning how to navigate it, but
Yeah, it's based entirely on donations.
and it's put out by Augustine Press, I believe it is.
I believe you're right, yeah.
And they're very good. And like I said, the Hallow app is good. I just couldn't
It was time to move on.
It was time to move on. It was time to move on. They're still very good. It's just certain decisions they made that I couldn't deal with. So, yeah, that takes care of that. That's my lint thing. So that's all I have for stash enhancements. You said you don't have anything?
No, I'm not going to get up and get the journal thing. The journal I have a big old journal. I have 2 of them. They're meant for crickets, but I like the setup. So I just had the 2 cricket bags. One holds all my, and maybe I'll try to remember to bring it next time, but I just didn't think of it. One holds all my washi tape, and I think it has my washi tape. It doesn't have my pens. Stickers. Mostly things that you add on afterwards. My one that sits on top, which is the newer. No, it's the older one. The newer one's on the bottom. The older one has all my glue, all my cutting stuff, all my pens, all my pencils.
See, that I'm thinking that eventually these boxes, if I get something like that, I can fit maybe 2 or even 3, one on top of the other.
No, they're tall.
Are they tall? Maybe
they're
2.
Tall.
Maybe 2 then.
They would fit. No, I don't think you could fit 2 on top of each other.
Really?
No, they're tall.
I'll have to take a look at it. Maybe I won't need that. I have to take a look and see. But
and you can add, sections within it. Yeah, no, they're tall. You're not going to be. I don't think you'll be able to have one on top of the other. Let's put it this way. I have it sitting next to my desk. It covers fully the bottom drawer of my desk, and then almost fully. I think the one covers fully the bottom drawer of my desk. I think. I take a look because it's also on top of Dad's thing that he gave me for his calligraphy. Because I have all in one section.
Well, that's a big box.
Yeah, I have a calligraphy box. I have my 2 Cricut things that have journaling stuff in. It's still pretty tall.
Yeah, but if you can't, that's not accurate.
No. But
I have one of those boxes right there, and it's 15 inches.
No, and you're right. But I think it's about as tall or a little shorter than that box. Well, it is a tall box. It is a tall bag.
Yeah, I might. What I would probably have to do is keep like the bottom box. I could probably put 1 and 1. If I did that, have 2 on the bottom and 1 on 1. I might be able to do something like that.
And I really like them. They're easy to carry. If I want to just journal, I don't have my stamping stuff, but I wouldn't probably put my stamping stuff in there anyway.
Well, I'm thinking about like I have a tool case. It used to be my dad's.
Yeah, you're gonna bring
my
yourself
husband's
with that
toolbox. It's on top of that shelf, and I have trouble with my shoulders already. And it's up on the top, and I have to stretch. And bringing it down, one of these days I'm gonna end up hitting myself on the head or something because it's up there and it's heavy and it's awkward. So
well, you could put that in some of your little other boxes, and then the stuff that you're going to access more often in the Cricut bags.
Yeah, but I'd still have to put it up there because I need to have where I don't want to be reaching up there to get my stuff for my scrapbooking.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of reorganizing because I'm shifting a little bit, but I'm still knitting and crocheting. I'm just trying to find my footing. I'm trying to, I'm thinking that what I really might like to do is something besides the Winnie the Pooh, which I'm finding out. Thank you, Stacy, for showing me in my adulthood that I'm a Winnie the Pooh fan. I love Eeyore, but I love Winnie the Pooh. And so, other than the Winnie the Pooh, though, I think mostly it's going to be, I'm hoping that 500 Club kind of stuff where I have a picture or something and I write it and then I just decorate it. And I'm still trying to find my footing on what I'm doing. Then I have my religious journals and things like that. But I haven't quite hit my stride yet because I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing. So that's about all I have to say about that.
Yep. I know that probably a little later this year, we'll have to see how many pages my Agatha Christie books take up because after I finish this page, I have like the 10 books or whatever I read for Agatha Christie for the Christie's Missing Readathon, and those could take up quite a bit of room. When I finish that, because I'm a little over halfway through, and when I finish this book, I can get myself the yellow one I'm wanting. Now I won't have to have the need to cover the bottom anymore like I have. I mean, that's the reason I have the thing on the bottom last time. I still kind of like it. I might keep that
cute.
style.
Well, you can do it if you want to.
Yeah.
You won't have to. You can do it if you want to.
Yeah, because there's been points like here where I've just had, something go to the bottom and cover it. I think I did it with a pocket somewhere else. Yeah, I think I did it in this one where I did a side pocket. That wasn't supposed to be a pocket. I made it a pocket. Actually, I did the same thing where I had Luke cover it too, so they made it a little bit different than some of the other ones. There are ways to be creative with it, but I was able to make it work, but I do look forward to not having to have something down the bottom if I don't want to. Because this was something I just happened to have and I started book journaling.
Yeah, it was meant to be a religious journal.
And I have more like this, but I figured next journal I really do want to be something that's not this. But yeah. And my plan is for the book journals, I'm going to always have them where I can access it because I need to be able to pull my library card out of the new stamp if I reread it. And I figure out one of the ways I'll know if I read it before is, first of all, I'll check my Storygraph or Goodreads. And the other thing I'll do is I will check and see if my book has the pocket in the back.
Right.
Because that's what I started doing is when I'm reading, I stick it in the back of the pocket. So great idea on your part. That'll help, if I look and say, oh, I read this book before, and then I can go and look for the card.
Right. Well, I have to, I've been putting those pockets in my devotionals because I've been trying not to write in the devotionals so I can use them again.
Yeah.
Now, theoretically, I could just write and not read what I wrote.
Yeah.
But I've been using those, those pockets to show, okay, I was reading it from this time to this time. So my husband says, it doesn't look like you even cracked the binding on this. I can say, yes, I did. Look.
Yeah.
So now a lot of my stuff I highlight all over the place. So that's, you don't want to buy used books from me of that kind. I highlight over everything.
Looks like I started this in June. You can tell when it didn't take too long for me to hit on the library cards. It looks like it's the third book in. Okay, there's a little more than that. But I started doing less writing. I'll have a little blurb, but it's more about the pretty now. Because that's what's fun. The fun part.
You do what you want to do. That's what journaling's about. Okay, so I think that's all we have to say. Yeah, this is our shorter podcast, guys. An hour. Yeah. Okay, sorry about that.
That happened.
We were animated today. You got an awake podcast this time as opposed to last time.
I didn't think it would have. I almost didn't want a podcast because I had I've had a headache for days.
Well, I almost didn't want to, but I was like, we've been so not sporadic, but kind of all over the place. And then last week was such a, I don't know, sleepy kind of not fun podcast that I wanted to do something to make it better. But anyway, we want to wish everybody a wonderful week full of whatever it is that makes you happy. Next time we see you, Talia will be a year older. So we will, because her birthday's on Friday.
Although we are likely not to be celebrating my birthday until the week after because we've got Dad sick here. And
I already told my husband that we usually celebrate the weekend after the birthday unless the weekend's like a Monday or something like that. Then we do it the weekend before.
Yeah.
So we're going to do Ties. We were going to do it this weekend, but because everybody's sick, my husband's like, I'll be well by then. But I don't know. I don't think so. And it'll be dicey. I said, I don't want to make a special meal and all that kind of stuff and not have you be able to eat it. So we're going to do her birthday next week, and we're going to push my birthday. We were going to do it February 1st, but the first week of February, we'll push it to the second week of February, just before Lent.
Yeah.
So that we hopefully are all better and we can all enjoy it. It's no sense in making a special meal and special sweets and stuff like that if nobody can eat it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
So we're just going to wait for that.
And I had already kind of made up my mind it was going to end up happening that way anyway because of the snow, and I wasn't sure if we'd be able to go out and get everything that might be needed. Now, I didn't know that we had the chicken, but we don't have the stuff to make the cupcakes.
Yeah, we do.
We do? Okay.
But I do need you. We were supposed to make an order for the chicken if I'm going to make day soup.
We can't do an order that way unless you're. Because you said you'd go out.
No, I need an order to make a soup because people can get out on this.
Oh, I misunderstood you. Yes, I can do that.
Yeah, I thought you were going to already do it.
No. I misunderstood you. I thought you said that you were going out. That's why I got confused.
No.
Okay, I'll put in that order as soon as we're done.
I'm not going to be able to make it now until tomorrow, probably.
Yeah, sorry, I misunderstood you.
So I want to make homemade chicken noodle soup for my husband. Well, it's actually...
Because he's not going to eat the Tuscan bean, and he's not going to eat what's left of the tomato soup.
But the chicken noodle is... There's something...
Well, there is. Both of those have chicken broth, but...
yeah, but it's not the same.
It's not the same, and also he won't eat the other two.
Mm-mm. So I want to make soup, and if it comes in early enough, I'll start it.
Yeah, because depending on where they come from, if I get it from Martin's, they'll have it. What size chicken do you want?
At least a 5-pound.
Okay.
So make chicken soup, and ramen noodles.
You probably need the carrots too, right?
Carrots and celery.
Yeah.
And maybe and I'll pay for all this, a half gallon of his milk, because in case we can't go on Friday.
Yeah. Should I pick up orange juice for Davina?
Yes. And Daddy, they can both drink it.
Yeah. It's because it's them, I'll get the pulpy.
So anyway, while she's doing that, we're going to wish you all
Yes.
a very wonderful week full of knitting, crocheting, weaving, paper crafting, baking, whatever it is that makes your heart happy. And we hope to see you here again for the Fun in the Woman Cave next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 586, I think. And that's a wrap.
Bye.
Oh, and thank you to Wendy, who is MacGyver, Looney Hiker, Paula, and Kara, who commented.
So did Allison.
And Allison did?
Yeah, because remember she said she was...
Oh, she wasn't on there when I put this on. Okay.
So
thank you, everybody.
So we will see you. You're off screen. Oops. We will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
God bless.
You're on top of me. I can't get up.
Sounds like a personal problem.